Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the best passing offenses in the NFL. The Lions are #1 in total pass yards, going up against the Browns, who will have to be at their best to slow them down.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Stafford here. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jamie Meter able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. The first carry for Amir Abdullah. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go with Abdullah again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now it's Crowell, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. To the right side and complete to Njoku. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible.
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw again. Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, Abdullah. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. On first and 10, Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On second down, here's Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are in for 6. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting room. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go! Grand 38!
They go play action. Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's 2nd down. to the air. Stafford on second down. His throw incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now a play fake here on first down. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Big hold of the 30. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 85 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. On first down at Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Following the penalty, Abdullah. Oh, look at the juke. Room to run past midfield. Amir Abdullah. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Stafford on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Big 20, big 20. Here we go.
Second and 10, Stafford again. A swing pass caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. First down throw for Kaiser. Gets it to Gordon. So the offense lining up first and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. Kaiser. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Second down, here's Crowell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Yeah, difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now it's Stafford. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. On third down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. They find some open field here. Amir Abdullah. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amir Abdullah with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Crowell. And some room to maneuver. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Let's roll. Let's roll.
3rd and long for Kaiser. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Down carry now for Crowell. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah,
I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. On first down, Stafford here. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Second down now after the pass completion. Stafford looks to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing again is Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And it's second down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
Again, it's Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Browns getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offense has it first and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Kaiser on first down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go. 1, 9, Ohio.
Final play of the half, Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, as time expires in the first half. And the Browns get a score closer. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Play action now. Kaiser. A little dump off for Crowell. And Crowell lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On second down, here's Stafford. And a swing pass caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. First down, Kaiser. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to Corral. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
Coleman, the man in motion left. The play clock's running down. Kaiser to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Detroit getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Sliding out of the pocket. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Stafford on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down following the run. From the 50, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run it again with Crowell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
They go play action. Kaiser. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. And that'll set them back 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll send Gordon in motion left. Play clock winding down. Kaiser now. He finds Coleman. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. From the gun, Kaiser. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Kaiser. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Fielded at the 43. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ezekiel Ansah in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Let's go.
On the run, it's Crowell. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. On on 1st and 10. Kaiser. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On play action, Kaiser. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. 3rd down here.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Let's go!
And the back goes into motion. Third and long for Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Ziggy Ansah. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Come on, let's go! Man 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. A high-scoring affair, and the Chargers have now taken the lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Throwing here, Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Hey, tag 32! Tag 32!
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. Breaks through the contact. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, "What do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out?" He said, "Oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's just their second loss so far.